everyone, it's your girl Felicia. Hi Felicia. On my menu today is southern neck bone and rice. Neck bone and rice have been around for years. It was one that my mom and grandmother used to love to make because it wasn't the quickest, but it was the easiest dish that you could put together. And I want to share this recipe with you. With no delays, let's get to it. These are the ingredients you will need: the neck bones, the rice, salt, pepper, celery, onion, and a can of cream of chicken soup. I'm going to get ready to wash my neck bones, and I'll be right back. Alright, the neck bones have been washed. And what you want to do next, you want to make sure you clean them. And this is what I look for cleaning my neck bones. You see this right here? You want to take these pieces off and cut them off. I like to cut those pieces off, so it's going to be on the flip side of the neck bone. So this one doesn't have any on it. But you may see some on there, and just, if you can, just sort of clean them. You know, clean your neck bones. And once I get these clean, I'm going to get ready to go ahead on and put them in a pot and boil them. Alright, we're ready to put our neck bones in our pot. And the amount of water you want to put in this pot, you want to just make sure the water is over the neck bones. So that's pretty good right there. And you want to have enough water in there because you want to make sure that these neck bones get tender. So they're going to have to boil for at least about almost an hour, up to an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. It depends on how many neck bones you have. And I got my heat on medium high. And we're going to let these boil. And I'm going to come back and check on them because you may have to do some, you will have to do some little skimming from the neck bones. Once they start boiling, you want to skim that extra fat or oils that's on the top and get that off. And I did get some pretty good neck bones. I didn't really have too much to clean off of them. While my neck bone is boiling, I'm going to go ahead on and cut up my onions and my celery. And this is a half of a large onion, and I'm just gonna put me a little in my processor. I'm gonna chop this up, put some in there, and I'm gonna go ahead on and do my celery. You probably you don't have to probably use a whole stalk of celery. This is probably like a stalk and a half. This is sort of quick for me. This is pretty good. I like to do this when I'm making my dressing and stuff, so I won't have to be doing all that chopping. And this is ready to go with our neck bone, but not right now. I'm just gonna pour this in a dish, and we're gonna set this aside. I'm about to check on the neck bones. They've been boiling about 30 minutes now. Let's put this down. It's hot, and they're almost tender like I want them. And the stuff you're going to have to skim off, you see this around the pot? This is what you need to skim off out of the pot. So I'm going to get to putting on this paper towel. And you want to skim as much as you can off I got this spatula and just, it's easy, a little easy to skim off. And I'm gonna let this cook some more until I get it tender like I want it. Stuff is hot. But I'm gonna probably let it boil about maybe about 20-25 minutes. I'm gonna check it every now and then. It's time to check on the neck bones again. I let it boil for 15 extra more minutes. Let's put this hot lid down. And I'm gonna check and see that I need to skim any more of that fat off. Just a little bit more. You can use a spoon, but I feel like this spatula is pretty good. Now let me check and see how tender it is. Not quite. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put in my my celery and my onions in right now. Stir this around and probably have about, I got my timer set for about another 10 more minutes, and I'm going to check it again. Let that cook down. Maybe just 15 more minutes. Because we do want that neck bone to be tender. Almost meat off the bone. Be back. Alright, it's time to check on our neck bones again. I know the meat is tender now. The way I want it, yes. And I'm going to add in a little salt. Not too much. And pepper. I don't want too much pepper in it. You can add the amount of pepper and salt that you want to add. Stir this around a little. And what you can do depends on, okay, how much rice should you put in the pot? Now, if you think you got too much liquid, take some of it out. Because that way, if you have a whole lot of liquid, you're going to have a whole lot of rice to drain some of this up. And the good thing about this, if you need to add more liquid, you know, don't throw this liquid away. You can add some, but if you think you got too much liquid for your rice, you can take some out. So this is like 2 cups of liquid out of there. And so I'm going to add in my cream of chicken soup. Add this in. And one thing about it, you don't want your rice to be soggy. My mom used to make the neck bone and rice. Sometimes she would add the cream of chicken soup, and sometimes she wouldn't. And if you don't have cream of chicken soup, you can use cream of celery. So that's another thing you can add. And I'm going to stir this around. And this cream of chicken, it's going to make that rice even more better. And I used to love when my mom would add the cream of chicken soup to it. And just, instead of just having just the neck bones and the rice and the broth from it, well, sometimes she would make a little thickening. You know, the moms and grandmothers back there, they really know how to hook up some food. The little that they had, they would take what they had and make it taste super delicious. So I'm gonna get my spoon. I don't want to mess with my pot. I should have got the other spoon. And you can take your neck bones out if you want to, and you can leave them in, but I'm gonna leave mine in. And I'm gonna start off with a cup of rice. I love these for containers. This should be some creamer, like coffee creamer. And I pull the little the cover off of them, and I save them. And I was like taking my rice and putting in my rice, so I got another one here. So that's good. So sometimes it's not good to throw everything away. So we're gonna put our rice in. And I took that liquid out because you don't want to have too little rice and too much liquid, and you don't want to have too much little liquid. You know, you can add more. So I'm adding just like a half a cup. Little half a cup. That's a big pot. And I'm just going to sprinkle the rice all around. Just a little bit more. Almost 2 cups. But it depends on how much rice you want. So if I do need to add any more rice in there, I can have a little bit more. I think I better put a little bit more. So we're going to almost have like 2 cups of rice. A little bit more. A little half. So I want to make sure I got enough of rice in my pot. And if I need any more liquid in there, then I can add some more of my liquid. That cream of chicken soup gonna make that rice taste good. So now I'm gonna turn this down to medium low. Let that simmer. Put my lid on there. And I'm gonna watch it and kind of check it. I'm gonna let this simmer for like 10 minutes and I'm gonna come back to it. Okay, let's check on this neck bone and rice again. I did go back about 3 minutes ago and I added me a little bit more salt and pepper. And we're gonna turn this off because I don't want to overcook the rice. And I'm gonna move this inside and see how it look. Some of that side, so I did not have to add any more of my broth. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna stir the rice up yet. I'm gonna put my lid back on and let this sit so the rice can just thoroughly cook through. We don't want to overcook it, but I do have to, let me see, so you can tell the texture of the rice. You can tell it's not done. So that rice is ready, but I'm gonna close this up and let it just sit a little bit, and then we'll be getting ready to plate my rice and neck bones. All right, let's plate some of this neck bone and rice. Put this lid here. Let you check it out first. That look good, especially with that cream of chicken soup in it. So if you haven't tried the cream of chicken soup in your neck bone and rice, you gotta try it. I'm just gonna have to get some of this, put it on here. It's all cooked together. Trying to get some of that rice. A little bit more. That's gonna be delicious. You gotta try it. So I added me some more neck bones and rice to another dish. And we want to look at that again. It's delicious. You have just got to try this recipe with the cream of chicken soup in it. And if you don't have cream of chicken soup, you can use cream of celery. But the cream of chicken soup is better. And if you'd like to have this simple recipe, just look down below in the description box. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. And anytime that I might stream live or upload a video, just hit that notification bell. And as always, have a blessed and wonderful day. This is your girl, Felicia. Bye.